450 cm cube of carbon monoxide and 200 cm cube of oxygen are mixed together and ignited. Calculate the composition of the resulting mixture. Carbon monoxide is ignited with oxygen, meaning it's a combustion reaction. Carbon monoxide is CO that reacts with oxygen to give carbon dioxide as a product. Since all the reactants and products are in gaseous form, we can apply Gay-Lussac's law to this reaction. Balanced equation is 2 molecules of carbon monoxide reacting with 1 molecule of oxygen, giving 2 molecules of carbon dioxide. Applying the Gay-Lussac's law, we can tell 2 volumes of carbon monoxide reacting with 1 volume of oxygen, giving 2 volumes of carbon dioxide. Ratio is 2:1:2. If we start writing amount of carbon monoxide taken, then that is 450 cm cube. Amount of oxygen taken is 200 cm cube. If we observe the reaction, 2 volumes of carbon monoxide demands 1 volume of oxygen. In other words, 1 volume of oxygen demands 2 volumes of carbon monoxide. For 450 cm cube of carbon monoxide, we need 225 cm cube of oxygen, but we have only 200 cm cube of oxygen. Or for 200 cm cube of oxygen, we only need 400 cm cube of carbon monoxide, but we have 450 cm cube of carbon monoxide. What we understand with this is carbon monoxide is present in excess and oxygen is present in lesser amount. In a scenario like this, all the time something which is present in lesser amount will be completely consumed during the reaction, meaning all 200 cm cube of oxygen will be reacting in this situation. For 200 cm cube of oxygen, 400 cm cube of carbon monoxide will be used. 2 volume of carbon monoxide gives 2 volume of carbon dioxide. So 400 cm cube of carbon monoxide should give 400 cm cube of carbon dioxide after the reaction. So once the reaction is finished, we will have 450 minus 400, that is 50 cm cube of carbon monoxide unreacted. Oxygen will not be left in the system. Before the reaction we had no carbon dioxide, and after the reaction we are having 400 cm cube of carbon dioxide. So composition of the mixture after the reaction is 50 cm cube of unreacted carbon monoxide and 400 cm cube of carbon dioxide formed. What volume of oxygen would be required to burn completely 400 ml of acetylene? Also calculate the volume of carbon dioxide formed in the reaction. Reaction is acetylene, that is C2H2, reacting with oxygen, giving carbon dioxide and water as the product. Again observe, in this reaction all reactants and products are in the gaseous state, so we can apply Gay-Lussac's law. If we balance the reaction, then 2 acetylene molecules reacting with 5 oxygen molecules, giving 4 carbon dioxide molecules and 2 molecules of water vapor. According to Gay-Lussac's law, we can tell 2 volumes of acetylene is reacting with 5 volumes of oxygen, giving 4 volumes of carbon dioxide and 2 volumes of water. Amount of acetylene taken is 400 ml. Amount of oxygen that is needed for the complete reaction we are supposed to calculate. At the beginning, when the reaction is started, we do not have carbon dioxide or water in the system. For 400 ml of acetylene, amount of oxygen needed has to be calculated by using unitary method. For 2 volumes of acetylene, we need 5 volumes of oxygen. So for 400 ml of acetylene, how much of oxygen is needed? 400 multiplied by 5 divided by 2. 400 multiplied by 5 divided by 2, that would be 1000 ml. Observe, 2 volumes of acetylene gives 4 volumes of carbon dioxide. So 400 ml of acetylene is supposed to give double that amount, that is 800 ml of carbon dioxide. 2 volumes of acetylene is giving 2 volumes of water vapor. So 400 ml of acetylene is supposed to give 400 ml of water vapor. After the reaction, we will not have any acetylene left in the system. We will not have any oxygen left in the system. We will only have 800 ml of carbon dioxide and 400 ml of water vapor. To answer the question, 400 ml of acetylene demands 1000 ml of oxygen. After the reaction, 800 ml of carbon dioxide is produced. Calculate the volume of oxygen required to burn completely a mixture of 22.4 dm cube of CH4, that is methane, and 11.2 dm cube of hydrogen, that is H2. All volumes are measured at STP, 1 dm cube meaning 1 liter. We are taking a mixture of methane and hydrogen and treating it with oxygen. So there are two combustion reactions in this. One is CH4 reacting with oxygen, another one is hydrogen reacting with oxygen. Firstly, if methane reacts with oxygen, we will get carbon dioxide and water as the product. Observe, all reactants and products are in gaseous state. Another reaction is hydrogen reacting with oxygen. Only water comes out as the product in the vapor form. If we balance the first equation, then we get 1 molecule of methane reacting with 2 molecules of oxygen, giving 1 molecule of carbon dioxide and 2 molecules of water. On the other side, 2 molecules of hydrogen reacting with 1 molecule of oxygen, giving 2 molecules of water vapor. For the first reaction, if we apply the Gay-Lussac's law, then one volume of methane reacts with 2 volumes of oxygen, giving 1 volume of carbon dioxide and 2 volumes of water vapor. Amount of methane taken is 22.4 dm cube, that is nothing but 22.4 liter. Volume of oxygen required has to be calculated. Again, we have to use unitary method. For 1 volume of methane, we need 2 volume of oxygen. For 22.4 liter of oxygen, what exactly is the volume of oxygen needed? Answer will be 22.4 multiplied by 2 divided by 1. So, for 22.4 liter of methane, we need 22.4 multiplied by 2, that is 44.8 liter of oxygen. This is one answer. For the another set of reaction, if we apply the Gay-Lussac's law, then 2 volumes of hydrogen is reacting with 1 volume of oxygen, giving 2 volumes of water vapor. Amount of hydrogen taken is 11.2 liter. Amount of oxygen required has to be calculated. For 2 volumes, we need 1 volume of oxygen. For 11.2 liters of hydrogen, we need 11.2 multiplied by 1 divided by 2 volume of oxygen, that is nothing but 5.6 liter. So, for 11.2 liters of hydrogen, we need 5.6 liter of oxygen. Together, 22.4 liter of methane plus 11.2 liter of hydrogen. This is a mixture. This mixture together demands 44.8 plus 5.6, that is 50.4 liters of oxygen. 200 ml of C2H4 is burnt in just sufficient air containing 20% oxygen as per the equation C2H4 plus 3O2 giving 2CO2 plus 2H2O. Calculate the resultant mixture composition at 100 degrees Celsius and at constant pressure. Consider air as a mixture of oxygen and nitrogen. If we do the problem analysis, first point is we have to recognize that it is a combustion reaction, and for the reaction oxygen is coming from air. Second point is we have to find out the volume of oxygen that is needed for the complete combustion of 200 ml of C2H4. Let us call this volume of oxygen as V1. Then we have to find out the volume of air that consists of V1 volume of oxygen. Let us call this volume of air as V2. We know that air is a mixture of just oxygen and nitrogen in this scenario. So, if we subtract the volume of oxygen from the volume of air, then we will be left with volume of nitrogen in the air. That will be V2 minus V1. Since nitrogen is not taking part in the combustion reaction, it will remain as such even after the reaction. So, composition will be V2 minus V1 volume of nitrogen and other products, that is carbon dioxide and water. Reaction is given, that is C2H4 reacting with 3 molecules of oxygen giving 2 molecules of carbon dioxide and 2 molecules of water. If we apply the Gay-Lussac's law, then 1 volume of C2H4 reacts with 3 volumes of oxygen giving 2 volumes of carbon dioxide and 2 volumes of water vapor. Amount of C2H4 taken is 200 ml. Amount of oxygen required for the reaction has to be calculated. At the beginning, carbon dioxide and water vapors were not present. If we observe the relationship, 1 volume of C2H4 demands 3 volumes of oxygen. So 200 ml of C2H4 must be demanding 200 ml multiplied by 3, that is 600 ml of oxygen. So the reaction is 200 ml of C2H4 reacts with 600 ml of oxygen. 1 volume of C2H4 gives 2 volumes of carbon dioxide. So 200 ml of C2H4 should give double, that is 400 ml of carbon dioxide. 1 volume of C2H4 gives 2 volumes of water vapor. So 200 ml of C2H4 is supposed to give 400 ml of water vapor. After the reaction, C2H4 is completely burnt, so it is not present. Oxygen is also completely consumed. This is also not present. 400 ml of carbon dioxide is present as a product. 400 ml of water vapor is also present as a product. So, to burn 200 ml of C2H4, 600 ml of oxygen is needed. This is nothing but V1. Now we have to find out the amount of air which consists of 600 ml of oxygen. For that, the detail they had given is air is consisting of 20% oxygen, meaning 100 ml of air contains 20 ml of oxygen. So, what ml of air contains 600 ml of oxygen? Again, we have to use unitary method here. Answer is 600 multiplied by 100 divided by 20, that is 3000 ml of air. In other words, 3000 ml of air contains 600 ml of oxygen. This 3000 ml is nothing but V2. So, to burn 200 ml of C2H4, we need to take 3000 ml of air. So, the composition will be 400 ml of carbon dioxide, that comes out as a product. 400 ml of water vapor, that also comes out as a product. V2 minus V1, that is 3000 minus 600, that is 2400 ml of nitrogen will be present as such in the system. C2H4 is completely consumed. Oxygen is also completely consumed. A mixture of 10 cm cube of carbon monoxide, that is CO, 60 cm cube of hydrogen, that is H2, and 25 cc of CH4, that is methane, are mixed with 750 cm cube of air containing 20% oxygen and ignited. Calculate the composition of the resultant mixture on cooling to the room temperature. Consider air as a mixture of oxygen and nitrogen. Here we are having three combustion reaction. One is with carbon monoxide, another one is with hydrogen, and the third one is with methane. With carbon monoxide, balanced equation is 2CO plus oxygen giving 2CO2. With hydrogen, 2H2 plus oxygen giving 2 molecules of water vapor. Third equation is methane plus 2 oxygen molecules giving carbon dioxide and 2 molecules of water vapor. With the first equation, if you consider the Gay-Lussac's law, it tells 2 volumes of carbon monoxide is reacting with 1 volume of oxygen giving 2 volumes of carbon dioxide. Amount of carbon monoxide taken is 10 cm cube. Amount of oxygen needed for this reaction is to be calculated. If we apply the unitary method, 2 volumes demands 1 volume of oxygen. So 10 cm cube demands 10 multiplied by 1 divided by 2, that is 5 cm cube of oxygen. Reaction is 10 cm cube of carbon monoxide reacts with 5 cm cube of oxygen. 2 volume of carbon monoxide gives 2 volumes of carbon dioxide. So 10 cm cube of carbon monoxide is supposed to give 10 cm cube of carbon dioxide. After the reaction, carbon monoxide is completely burnt, so not present. Oxygen is also completely burnt, not present. Carbon dioxide 10 cm cube is present as a product. For the second equation, if we apply the same logic, according to the Gay-Lussac's law, 2 volumes of hydrogen reacts with 1 volume of oxygen giving 2 volumes of water vapor. Amount of hydrogen taken is 60 cm cube. Amount of oxygen needed has to be calculated using unitary method. Accordingly, 60 multiplied by 1 divided by 2, that is nothing but 30 cm cube. Together, 60 cm cube of hydrogen demands 30 cm cube of oxygen. 2 volumes of hydrogen is producing 2 volumes of water vapor. So 60 cm cube of hydrogen is supposed to produce 60 cm cube of water vapor. After the reaction, hydrogen is not present. Oxygen is also not present. We only have 60 cm cube of water vapor from this reaction. Going to the third reaction, according to Gay-Lussac's law, 1 volume of methane reacts with 2 volumes of oxygen, giving 1 volume of carbon dioxide and 2 volumes of water vapor. Amount of methane taken is 25 cc. Cc is nothing but cm cube, so 25 cm cube. Amount of oxygen needed has to be calculated using unitary method. Accordingly, 25 multiplied by 2 divided by 1, that will be 50 cm cube. Reaction will be 25 cm cube of methane demands 50 cm cube of oxygen. 1 volume of methane produces 1 volume of carbon dioxide. So 25 cm cube of methane should produce 25 cm cube of carbon dioxide. 1 volume of methane produces 2 volume of water vapors. So 25 cm cube of methane should produce 50 cm cube of water vapor. After the reaction, we will not have methane left. We will not have oxygen left. We will have 25 cm cube of carbon dioxide and 50 cm cube of water vapor. From reaction A, we have 10 cm cube of carbon dioxide. From B, 60 cm cube of water vapor. From C, 25 cm cube of carbon dioxide and 50 cm cube of water vapor. Together we have 25 plus 10, 35 cm cube of carbon dioxide, 50 plus 60, 110 cm cube of water vapor as products from the mixture. 5 cm cube of oxygen is used for reaction A, for B 30 cm cube of oxygen, and for C 50 cm cube of oxygen. Together 85 cm cube of oxygen is consumed for the mixture. We have taken 750 cm cube of air, that is 20% in oxygen. 100 cm cube of air contains 20 cm cube of oxygen. So 750 cm cube of air contains 750 multiplied by 20 divided by 100, that is 150 cm cube of oxygen in it. Total amount of oxygen consumed for the mixture is only 85 cm cube. So, of the 150 cm cube of oxygen that is present in 750 cm cube of air, only 85 cm cube will be consumed. So, after the reaction, 150 minus 85, that is 65 cm cube of oxygen remains unreacted. We also know that our air is a mixture of oxygen and nitrogen. In 750 cm cube of air, 150 cm cube oxygen is present. So, volume of nitrogen present in 750 cm cube of air is 750 minus 150, that is 600 cm cube. So, after the reaction, composition will be 35 cm cube of carbon dioxide, 110 cm cube of water vapor, 65 cm cube of oxygen unreacted, 600 cm cube of nitrogen.